Hello, I'm Elena. Does it ever feel like the person you love most in the world is sitting right next to you, yet they feel a million miles away? Poser. You share a home, a bed, maybe even children, but you don't share your inner worlds anymore. That spark, that effortless connection you once had, has been replaced by a quiet, aching distance. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone and your relationship is not a lost cause. Many of the couples I advise come to me with this exact problem. They describe it as a slow drift, something they didn't even notice until the silence became louder than their conversations. Today, we're not just going to talk about this emotional gap. We are going to build a bridge across it. This is your practical, step-by-step guide to closing that distance and rekindling the beautiful connection you once shared. So, take a deep breath. Let's begin. Section 1. Understanding the drift. First, let's understand why this happens. No one wakes up one day and decides to become distant. It's a gradual process, often fueled by the pressures of life. Work, stress, finances, raising children. These things consume our energy. Imagine your relationship is a garden. In the beginning, you both spent hours tending to it. You watered it with attention, pulled the weeds of misunderstanding, and planted new seeds of shared experiences. But over time, life got busy. You assumed the garden would be fine on its own. You stopped watering it as frequently. A few weeds popped up, but you were too tired to deal with them. Now, you look at your garden and it's overgrown and dry. The emotional drift is simply a garden that has been unintentionally neglected. It's not about a lack of love, it's about a lack of active nurturing. Recognizing this is the first step because it removes blame and opens the door for teamwork. Section 2. The 5 key signs of emotional disconnection. So, how do you know if you're in the middle of this drift? Here are 5 specific signs to look for. Sign 1. Your conversations are purely transactional. You talk about schedules, bills, groceries, and what the kids need. But you've stopped talking about your feelings, your dreams, your fears. The "how are you" has become a greeting, not a genuine question. Sign 2. Affection has become a habit, not a connection. You might still give a peck on the cheek goodbye, but do you feel it? Has the lingering hug been replaced by a quick pat? Physical touch is a vital barometer of emotional intimacy. When it becomes routine or disappears altogether, it's a major red flag. Sign 3. Your phone gets more attention than your partner. This is a modern plague on relationships. You sit in the same room, scrolling through separate worlds on your screens. It creates a digital wall that is just as real as a physical one. You are alone together. Sign 4. You stop sharing the small things. Remember when you couldn't wait to tell your partner about a funny thing that happened at work or a strange thought you had. When you stop sharing these small, seemingly insignificant details, you stop sharing your life. Sign 5. You feel a sense of relief when they're not around. This is a difficult one to admit. But if having the house to yourself feels more like a relief than a lonely experience, it's a sign that the connection has become a source of stress rather than comfort. Section 3. Your 4-step reconnection plan. If you recognized your relationship in those signs, do not panic. This is where we start rebuilding. Here is your 4-step plan. Step 1. Start the conversation with vulnerability, not accusation. The way you bring this up is everything. But you may ask, what is the secret to starting this difficult conversation? The secret is to use I statements, not you statements. Instead of saying, "You've been so distant lately," which sounds like an attack, try this exact phrase. Pausa. I've been feeling a bit lonely in our relationship lately and I really miss feeling connected to you. I'd love to find a way for us to get that feeling back. This isn't an accusation, it's an invitation. It expresses your feeling and a shared goal. It's a vulnerable, open-hearted start that invites collaboration, not conflict. Find a calm moment, put your phones away, and share this feeling from your heart. Step 2. Schedule rituals of connection. We schedule everything else in our lives, work meetings, appointments, gym sessions. Why not schedule the most important thing? I'm not talking about a huge date night just yet. I'm talking about small, non-negotiable daily rituals. This could be a mandatory 15 minutes of tech-free talk every evening, or it could be what relationship experts call the 6-second kiss. A normal peck is 1 or 2 seconds. A 6-second kiss is long enough to feel a genuine moment of connection. It's too long to be a habit. It requires presence. Choose 1 or 2 small rituals and commit to them for a month. Consistency is more important than intensity. Step 3. Inject novelty into your routine. Routine is the silent killer of sparks. The brain craves novelty. When you do new things together, you create new neural pathways and new positive memories. This doesn't have to be an expensive vacation. It can be as simple as trying a new recipe together, taking a dance class online, going for a walk in a different neighborhood, or visiting a museum you've never been to. The shared experience of learning or exploring something new together is incredibly powerful. It forces you to be present with each other and reminds you that you can still have fun and grow as a team. Step 4. Ask deeper questions. To have a deep relationship, you must have deep conversations. We need to upgrade our questions. As I mentioned in the short teasers, move beyond "how was your day?" Keep a list of connection questions on your phone if you need to. Questions like, what is one thing you're feeling proud of right now? If we could go anywhere in the world for a week, where would you want to go and why? What's one way I can be a better partner to you this week? These questions open up the heart and mind. They show you are still curious about the person you fell in love with. Section 4. A crucial word of caution. As you begin this work, you must avoid 2 common pitfalls. First, expecting immediate results. You didn't drift apart in a day, and you won't reconnect in a day. Be patient with the process and with each other. Celebrate the small victories, the good conversation, the shared laugh. Second, trying to do it all at once. Don't try to implement all 4 steps in one day. Start with step 1. Have the conversation. Then, introduce 1 ritual. Small, consistent steps are what rebuild a strong foundation. Closing and CTA. The distance you feel right now is not a life sentence for your relationship. It is a signal. Pausa. It's a sign that your garden needs tending. It is an opportunity to build a connection that is even stronger and more intentional than before. You have the tools now, you have the steps. The first one begins with a single gentle conversation. I believe in your ability to rebuild that bridge. If this video was helpful, please click the like button and subscribe for more guidance on building a thriving relationship. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Without sharing any private details, what is one small ritual of connection that has worked for you? Your experience could inspire someone else. Thank you for giving your relationship this time today. Be well.